I'm gonna show you how to take your hair from this to this. To start, I'm gonna use the Oropeza shampoo and conditioner. This one is a tone enhancing shampoo and conditioner, so it has purple molecules which help to get rid of any like yellow tones. But the key is to not overuse products like this. So in between using something like a toning shampoo and conditioner, you also want a regular shampoo and conditioner. So I love anything that's really hydrating, like Pureology's Hydrate line or Amika's Hydrate line are really great to implement in between a toning shampoo. This is pretty pigmented, and as you can see, it almost looks like black on camera, but it's like this really purple pigment. So the key is to really watch this. I would even recommend bringing like a mirror into your shower just to make sure that you're not over applying it or leaving it in too long, because the key is really to leave it in like no more than 3 minutes. Unless you have like really yellow hair and you want that like purple silvery look, then you can leave it in longer. But as you can see, it's like really pigmented and you don't want it to turn purple unless you do. And then that's great. To do this on myself, I'm just gonna start by wetting my hair completely, and you wanna be pretty drenched. So and this is my dirty hair that you're seeing right now. It's about 3 days old. It'll take a while. All right, so when you're fully wet, you'll just take a small amount of shampoo and put that in your hand. And before applying it, you just want to emulsify it and spread it in your hand. And I like to do like a hand here, and then like a hand in the back, and a hand over here, just so that you know it's touching every part. And then you want to start emulsifying it as quickly as possible. There's so many blonde enhancing products on the market, so what you're looking for is something that has purple pigment in it. And the reason why is because purple counteracts yellow. So anytime your hair is getting brassy after a blonding service, it's usually from UV exposure, it could be from over shampooing your hair, it could be from certain products turning your hair yellow. By using a purple shampoo, you're combating that yellow. It's super important to implement this into your routine. You don't have to do it every day, but it's good to have one in your shower just in case you're unhappy with the tone. So for finer hair, I would say leave this on for maybe less time, just because it can grab a lot quicker. I think coarser hair types can definitely use it for a little bit longer, but I would just keep an eye on it. And when you start to notice it turn, you don't want to be like, even if it looks slightly purple, it's totally okay, because right now it's just grabbing onto that shampoo, but when you rinse it, it won't be as intense. And see, like right now, this looks a little purpley, but this doesn't. So I'll apply a little bit more in the center of my head. Amount-wise, it's probably about a nickel. I thought a little more. And adding water just helps to emulsify it a little bit more. So even when I'm in the shower, I'll like hop back in under the water, get some more water going, and then just keep shampooing. All right, so I'm gonna go rinse this out and show you the final result. So when I was rinsing out, it's really important to use a hydrating conditioner afterwards. Blonding shampoos aren't the most hydrating. Their main purpose is really to tone the hair. So you definitely still want to shampoo with sometimes a regular shampoo. Anything really hydrating is really great to use. I'm still gonna continue to use hydrating products. So now I'm gonna go in with the Hydro Rush Leave-In Moisture. So I spray that all throughout. And I use a pretty generous amount just because I know how dry my hair tends to be. And I make sure to get around the ears and especially the hairline, because that tends to be where most of the breakage lives. So I like for that to be extremely hydrated. And then back here, I also like to use a generous amount. After that, I like to go in with the Molecular Repair Hydrating Oil. It's always good to start off with less, and you can always apply it on dry hair as well once you're finished styling. So I like to use like 3 to 4 drops. Emulsify that in your hands and then apply that. And everything when you're working with blonde hair should be like kind of in a downward detangling motion. Even when you're towel drying, you want to be like using pressing motions as opposed to like rubbing motions, just because you're going to create breakage and tension. And when you have blonde hair, it tends to be a lot more sensitive. So everything, even when you're applying products, needs to be like in a downward detangling motion. Super important. Here's a look at the back. And now it is time to dry. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this 3-in-1 styling cream. My hair can really handle a lot of product without it looking too much. And this cream a little bit goes a long way, which is great. And I'll apply that mostly in the sides. The tough part about using a product for the first time is every product is kind of a learning experience, you know? So I always recommend starting with like a pea-size amount. You can always add more on dry hair, but once you add too much product on wet hair, once you dry it and it's too oily or you use too much, there's no going back. I mean, you can try to use a dry shampoo to get it out, but it's going to be a lot more challenging. So I always say less is more, and then you can always apply more when it's dry. So then to dry, I like to use a brush attachment because it's doing half of the work for you already. So I'm using this Dyson with a round brush attachment. And so this will be kind of a 2-in-1. It's drying, it's detangling all at the same time. And heat-wise, if you have like thicker hair, you can use higher heat. I'm gonna use medium heat, medium power. I'm starting to look like a grandmother. It's time for more product. It is pretty much 100% dry, but as you can see, it's like very fluffy and still could use a lot more hydration and some taming. Oils are like my best friend in this situation. So I'm gonna go back in with the molecular repair hair oil, about 2 to 3 drops. And I just start applying wherever it's like really puffy. Oil is not only gonna help with the appearance of your hair, but it's also going to help repair your hair and cause that like really cool pieciness. I think a lot of people are afraid of oil just because they think it's gonna like dirty their hair or something, but it's definitely not the case. I think oil is one of my favorite products to use on almost everybody. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with one additional oil. So this is the Elixir Ultime oil by Kerastase. I love this oil. It kind of acts as like a treatment, but it's also a heat protectant. So I take a generous pump of that. And I'll show you in this area just what it does upon first application. But as you can see, it just adds this shine and pieciness that looks like really healthy and hydrated. So a lot of oils are all for different purposes. So this one is more working from the inside out to help repair the hair. Whereas like this Kerastase Elixir Ultime, it is a treatment, but it's more of like a hydrating treatment. And then this also has a heat protectant in it, which this one does not. So it's kind of good to differentiate these oils because if you're looking for heat protection, not all oils are created equal. So you want to make sure that you're using the right one for whatever outlook you desire. Okay, so I've been loving this main thermal round brush. I use it as kind of my finishing touch. I don't necessarily like all this like bounce sometimes. So I use it to kind of smooth out certain areas and cause like a smoother, more like flipped out appearance. So this is just kind of like my finishing touch. This is also great if you have like medium length hair and you want a more like round brush vibe. It's great for that as well. And I love when like my front pieces come forward a little bit. So I'll just change up the direction. And don't be disappointed when you first go blonde and it takes a little bit to get to know your hair again, because hair, that's blonde acts so much more different. It takes a bit to get used to. Play, have fun, and figure out what works for you. And then as my finishing touch, little paste that we have from the Genesis line, Kerastase. Again, don't be afraid of product. I'm using a generous amount. So this is like, and then I emulsify it and then apply it in my drier areas. And I always say mess it up and then tame it. So I apply it kind of crazy and then I go in and place the hair exactly how I want it to live. So I just popped in a little more of the Day Styling Cream in my hands for a little bit more pieciness. So everything with hair is a little visual, so I just keep touching up until I feel happy with my result. Very easy to add product, but if you add too much early on, it's very, very difficult to take it away. So by adding it later in the process, you're still getting the desired result, but without having to reverse anything that you regret. On dry hair, you just can place it exactly where you see that you need it. Whereas on wet hair, you're kind of predicting where it's gonna live. So this is just a lot more controlled. My last step is one more dose of oil. And this one I just did like half a pump. And now I have the perfect beachy, piecey hair.